consider myself fortunate to be here tonight. Who stole my little badge? In a hotbed. A hotbed of citizen involvement. And when I first heard what was happening here, I didn't know who was doing it. It's kind of like a big secret. I'm a CIA guy and I couldn't figure it out. It took me about a month and a half to figure out who this guy Smith was. And I am so excited by what's happening here because it's grassroots. And grassroots is where victory lies. And the grassroots favors us and our issues. Our issues for less taxes. Our issues for cutting the deficit. Our issues for cutting spending. And our issues of supporting free enterprise. Free enterprise that allowed my grandfather at 14 years old to go to work, son of an immigrant, living in a ghetto in Brooklyn. At 18 to become a bookkeeper for his father in a family business, and at 80 to run 5 family businesses and be a success, and to see his son go to college, the first member of his family to go to college. That's what America is all about. That's what free enterprise is all about. That's what hard work and personal responsibility is all about. And what I see today in this country is socialism. Womb-to-tomb government involvement in our lives. And that has to stop. I didn't spend 4 years in Vietnam, 10 years in the CIA, and 4 years working for Barry Goldwater against the Soviet Union and the communist threat in Asia just to see socialism rise here at home. It just doesn't make sense to me that that should be happening. And one of the most exciting things that's happened to me this year, over and above seeing your movement, is going to the tea parties. Going to the tea parties. I went to 3. I was allowed to speak at 2 of the 3. I couldn't go to the 4th. Down in Greenwich, I couldn't make it. And it was exciting. And yet, as a soldier, I was told, beware. The people at the tea party, this was Homeland Security said, beware. The people at the tea parties are a bunch of whacked out, nutcase veterans, like Timothy McVeigh. Be careful. Keep an eye on them. What a bunch of crap. Sorry about that. They were citizens. They were families. They were veterans. They were business owners. They were men and women who were concerned about what was happening to their country, who were concerned that when our Constitution was established in the name of we the people, that we were no longer powerful, no longer in charge, that the left wing of the Democrat Party had taken over the country, and that it was time to speak out. Because again, if we are to remain free, we have to assume the burden of personal responsibility and speak up when we don't like what's going on. And the tea parties and the movement are just symbols of that speaking up, which makes me excited and makes me optimistic about the future. And I am an optimist. That if we can stick together and focus our message and work with our different candidates in a positive fashion against Mr. Dodd and those who believe as he does, that we have an opportunity to be successful. And if I am the point man today, like a point man on patrol in Vietnam, I'll keep my eyes focused on him. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I've hired a campaign manager. I've hired a finance director. We are raising money. We are engaging him. Today I engaged him on the Chaz and AJ show. And we beat the stuffing out of it. And we are engaging him. And all I ask of my other colleagues who might want to get into the race is, you know, cover my back. And if I fall, let's hope there's somebody else there who can pick up the banner and carry it forward. But I am committed to this. I am committed heart and soul. My family is committed. This is my full-time goal. And I say to Senator Dodd, just a few years ago, I committed to run against a 20-year incumbent Democrat, Sam Gageson, in the 2nd Congressional District. He can't be beat, they said. He raises millions of dollars, they said. Everyone loves him, they said. And on election night, we beat him by 1,000 votes. because we focused our energies, we developed a message, and we worked as a group. And we pointed out that Sam Gageson didn't live in the district anymore. He lived in Branford, outside the 2nd Congressional District. And our ads pointed that out, and people understood it. Well, Senator Chris Dodd doesn't live in Connecticut anymore. In fact, he hasn't lived in Connecticut for a long time. And people around the state, Republicans, Democrats, and unaffiliated, have finally come to that realization. And so the opportunity is there for us, as Republicans, to work together, to enthusiastically pursue this race, to raise money, to raise awareness, and focus on him and his record, and move him along. Dump him in 2000.